PUBcast.
This will never work!
Hello, and welcome to PUBcast. And we're in another pub today, quite big pub. Slight little Christmas lights everywhere.
Yeah.
Christmas. Well, it is Christmas.
It is Christmas.
So
Tis the season
to be
for
jolly.
lights and shitty music.
Hey man, don't be all, Santa Claus won't bring you, he'll just bring you coal this year.
Yeah, well, maybe if I had more coal and I could light a bigger fire and he wouldn't get down that chimney. He'll be him.
Well, speaking of coals and Christmases, and something completely unrelated, because I said that was a good segue to not what I was going to talk about.
Yeah.
Anyway, from a segue to what I was segueing before,
Yeah.
we're going to talk about games that we are
Looking forward to
playing.
upcoming games.
Yeah, upcoming games that we look forward to. So the first one that I want to talk about is God of War.
Yes.
Now, if you haven't,
I haven't played
God of War,
single God of War
which is a
game.
shame, really, because one thing with God of War is it's incredibly graphic.
You're right.
And I remember in the first game.
Do you like gods? Do you like war?
Yeah,
Then you'll love God of War.
exactly. So in the first game, there was a mini game. Was it in the first one? I think it was the first one where there was a mini game where you would have sex. And you would have sex with a god.
Wow.
Yeah, and then the more you did it, the more orbs you get, and then you use those orbs to upgrade.
Wouldn't
And
that
I think
leave
it was
you-
in the third one as
Wouldn't
well.
that leave you a little bit Thor?
Oh, yes, I guess so. One thing I'm a little bit confused about God of War
Right.
is that it has the same name as the first one. So when you type in God of War,
Yeah.
the new one will come up, which
Okay.
comes up, but if you type it, but also the old one, the original one, is just called God of War. And something else that kind of bothers me a little bit is the actor who plays Kratos. Is it Kratos? Yeah. He's the same. He is the actor who was Tilk in Stargate. Now, if you haven't watched Tilk in Stargate, and I watched all the series,
Which one is Tilk?
Tilk is the big, massive black guy
With the triangle
with
on his
well, he's got like
what's on his forehead?
It's the Goa'uld.
The circle.
Goa'uld.
Is it like the?
glutes?
He's got glutes.
He's got glutes. He's
The
got a
glutes,
glute on his
the
head.
glutes.
He's incredibly badass, and he always does this deadpan
Is it like?
face.
Is it like the?
Yeah, I guess so. But when you see like the outtakes and stuff, he's incredibly funny. So I really like him as an actor. But it just bothers me a little bit because when he talks, I recognise his voice so much, and I just can't. I picture that character in his head. So I'm really looking forward to that. Basically, the whole premise of this trailer is, or the new game, is he's got his son now. His son goes on these adventures with him for whatever reason.
Like
he-
father and son bonding.
Pretty much, but he doesn't have his daggers anymore. He's got this gold, like this magic axe. He doesn't have daggers. So before he used to have these daggers that he would change around, and that was his signature
So
thing.
you think it's going to be quite a change in mechanics? As
Well,
well,
it's still the same sort of, it's a
Premise.
hack and slash and
Yeah.
stuff sort of thing.
Yeah.
But I think it'd be quite.
I mean, I've never
Good.
played it, but I've read enough, watched enough,
Yeah.
and heard people talk about it enough. So it looks like a massively fun game. It's one of them games I've always meant to play.
Yeah,
But,
I highly recommend you do.
anytime I've come close to playing it, something else has come up that I've either been able to afford or,
Yeah.
or been more interested in.
Fair enough, but I highly recommend if people have. I mean, you can get them pretty cheap now. Highly
Right.
recommended it. So, what's another? What game are you looking forward to
So
playing?
I'm quite interested by A Way Out.
Oh, okay.
It's.
I think I've heard about
So
this.
we're seeing co-op games growing in popularity at the minute, which
Right.
I'm a massive fan of. I've always loved
Yeah.
co-op games.
Right.
So my best gaming memories have been going back to a kid. Mate comes round and you can have. I remember Time Splitters 2. Played
Oh,
that
yeah,
so
that's very
much.
good,
What's it? The Global Strike. I can't remember what
Global
they
Strike?
called. The multiplayer,
Okay.
like fun games,
Never
like
mind.
Halo, of course.
Okay,
Like, co-op
yeah, of
campaign,
course,
amazing.
Halo, I love Halo.
Yeah, so I love these. I love really like.
So a little
co-op
bit more
games.
about what's this game about?
So yeah, so A Way Out, basically, two guys, I think they're brothers.
Okay.
Escaping from prison.
Right.
But the unique selling point of the game is that it's a split screen game, whether or not you're playing, on the sofa side by side, or you're playing kind of online. So you'll see your screen and your
It's not
your
split
card
screen
playing.
when they're playing online, though, is it?
Yeah,
Oh, really?
it's always split screen.
Oh, nice. Okay. I did
So
not
you've
know
got
that.
so where but it's kind of two different game stories at the same time.
Yeah, okay.
So that when one person's going through a cutscene,
Right.
like there's stuff going, the
You're
other
doing
player
stuff.
you can be doing stuff, so you can see
interesting.
both sides, and then you eventually escape, and you can have fugitives on the run.
Okay.
So
Cool.
I'm interested by how it's going to work out. I'm really interested in how it's going to be received.
Okay.
I'm kind of interested. I'm expecting it's going to be one of those things that most people go, yeah, that sounds interesting, and then go and play something else.
Okay. Okay.
But it might do really well. I like the novelty of it. It looks plus Deep South is which is kind of set in. It's quite a popular thing at the minute,
Yeah.
really. So I'm quite interested by that.
That sounds pretty
And it
good.
looks quite nice as
yeah,
well.
it does look pretty good. So another game that I'm really interested in is from the original game I absolutely adored, and that was Red Dead Redemption 2.
Guess what?
You haven't played that
I haven't
one?
played that one either.
So, I'll be honest, I haven't seen. I've seen the trailer. I haven't really read too much about the game. I don't really like to read too much on games when I've really enjoyed the previous one, just because I don't want to spoil my, the story.
Yeah.
So I just take the trailer, see it a few times.
I think there's
don't, like-
also massive risk which you see with games you love is getting on the hype train too
Yeah,
much.
I know, and it just,
like
like,
the
it
amount
just-
of times
yeah.
you've
Yeah,
been,
I know.
let down by you've loved the game, the sequel comes out, it's hyped up, said amazing,
Yeah.
and you fall for it, and it
Exactly.
breaks your heart.
I know. So you're absolutely right. Now, there's one thing that I'm really excited about this game is Rockstar, because they did GTA and stuff like that. I've always liked those type of games, and one pinnacle moment in Red Dead Redemption was there was one point when you had to hunt buffalo, right? Mm-hmm. But there are only a certain amount of buffalo in the game.
So you
And
can you literally hunt
you
all
hunted
the
the buffalo to extinction, which I thought was really good, and so they won't return back, which I thought was really funny.
That's so you. You're like.
But there was only
what am I
like
gonna
12
do-
buffalo
what
in the
am I
game
gonna do
or
in
something like
the
that.
game? I want to hunt an animal to extinction.
I thought that was really good. I mean, there's bears in the game and stuff like that. It's been so long since I've played. There's an online part which I thought was really good.
With the fast draw and quick draw.
Yeah,
and
there
stuff
was
like
all of that, but I quite like the fact that when you're doing the online version, which I did play a little bit,
Yeah.
is when you start playing GTA, you get like the shitty car and then you get the good car.
Right.
Obviously, there's no cars in that point, so you would get a donkey as a start, and the last type of car or vehicle was a buffalo, which I
Yeah.
thought was really cool.
Man, I won't lie. It looks amazing.
It does look. They always look good, don't
Yeah,
they?
I've
mean,
been
that's-
watching. Yeah. They make it look good.
They do.
But it does.
So
But
that's another one that I'm looking forward
did
to.
you ever play Call of Juarez Gunslinger?
I think I might have.
That is such a good game. The action in it is amazing. The story in it is fantastic, and the storytelling in it is really good. I
Okay.
strongly recommend it. I can't really say too much without spoiling it, but
Okay.
check it out. Or even if you can't be asked playing it, go watch Let's Play. It's quite a quick campaign. It's one of them ones I think 6-8 hours, which I think for a first-person shooter is a really nice time.
Okay.
Because if it's particularly with such a good story, it's you can get through it fairly quickly.
Fair enough.
I did it in a single setting, just saying.
Just okay, fair
Saying.
enough. So is there another game that you would like to talk about?
There is Cyberpunk 2077.
No, I've seen the trailer for this, but there's
Yeah.
not a lot for me to get on, and I don't really.
Well,
So what?
for me, there's obviously, how much I like my tabletop role-playing games.
You do?
So this comes from tabletop role-playing game.
Yeah.
You know how much I love my Cyberpunk?
Yes,
it's
you
my
do.
favorite.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
one of my favorite genres. I just
Yeah.
love all the themes it deals with.
Yeah.
So it's a tabletop role-playing game Cyberpunk setting. Basically, in 2020, you've got the two big corporations kind of taken over. There's kind of a few of them go to war against each other, hire mercenary groups to fight. So it's literally corporate war.
Okay.
Things lead to other things, and as what happens in all arguments, a nuclear bomb is ultimately dropped.
Okay. All right. It's always the case, right?
Yeah.
Very similar to a situation maybe now.
Yeah, it could be.
Yeah.
So
About the cyberpunk.
yeah. So basically, they've got 400 people working at this. When I say they, it's CD Projekt Red, of course, the makers of Witcher 3.
Oh, okay. Is that what they're called?
And Witcher 2, and The Witcher.
Okay, I didn't know they were called. What they're called?
CD Projekt Red. They're quite big.
I know the games,
quite
but I don't really pay attention to
anything.
who makes stuff. I guess I don't know. I don't really pay attention to that sort of thing.
Well, CD Projekt Red have got quite a good reputation.
They do, yes. I know. Yeah.
So basically, it's going to be it's due to be a multiplayer game.
Oh, nice.
Which I for one love that. Few people are voicing concern that they just wanted to focus on the single player and make that really, really good.
Okay.
But I think I don't know. Like I want to be able to share the same game with my buddies, and maybe you,
buddy, one buddy, and maybe me.
So there's going to be they're looking at having vehicles in it with they were quite physics accurate flying and stuff.
There's no gameplay footage, is there?
There's no gameplay footage at the minute. They say it's a really ambitious project, and they're taking their time with it and enjoying it, which I think is a brilliant thing. Like, if they enjoy making it, then surely it's going to be...
Yeah, but then you get like a game like, I don't know, like a game like 7 Days to Die, which I adore. That's been in beta for like 7 years.
7 years to develop.
7 years to develop. I don't know, maybe longer.
Yeah. Well, they're giving Cyberpunk 2077 around mid 2019.
Okay,
release date.
I thought you were going to say 2077 when they released.
No. But the thing is, like, I think the trailer was released in like 2014.
Okay.
So they're taking the time on it. They've been distracted by Witcher 3 and lot. So and then there's a DLC.
Yeah.
They did. So now they're really knuckling down. So I'm really looking forward to it. And I love the genre and I love the style of play. So yeah, it looks great. I love tabletop gaming, so tabletop role-playing game. So yeah,
cool.
I think it's going to be a good one. I'm definitely keeping my eye on that.
Cool.
And you have one last one, I believe.
Very quickly is the trailer I've seen is called Anthem, and that's for the Xbox One, I believe. I don't know if they're going to release it on other ones. Probably not, because they hate me and hate everyone else. But so it's this really cool mech thing. And you have the different mechs. You can have your friends come down from what the gameplay trailer they showed. I think it's going to be one of those games that, again, I don't really want to see too much about it because I think I'm going to get disappointed. I think I'm already going to be disappointed about it because I think they're going to put loot boxes in it because you have to collect these really cool guns to sort of progress. Sure, they'll be in game, but how many of that is going to be through loot boxes? Because EA love that sort of thing. I mean, the gameplay and the trailer that they showed was it E3? It looked phenomenal.
It looks so nice.
It does look cool, so nice. And I really like the concept. I mean, I really wanted to play. What's it called? Is it Horizon Dawn?
Horizon New Dawn.
Horizon New Dawn. I really wanted to play that.
That is supposed to be phenomenal. Again, it's one that I haven't played, but
quite like the mix between nature and sort of mechanic, right?
Yeah,
so I quite like that. And it
stunning.
seems to be here as well. There's like they're in like the forest or whatever. There's sort of like these natural environment, and then you've got obviously these guys with guns.
So it's open world. There's apparently the story is quite good. It's a bit grindy. I've got the friends who have played it. Saying it's a little bit grindy.
Yeah.
Actually stopped them completing it, but that's another one I haven't played. I really haven't played a lot of games, have I?
But those are the games that we're looking forward to. What games are you looking forward to? Let us know, and we'll see you on the flip side, the flippity dippity sides.
Yeah.
The dip side of the flip. The dip side of the flip. Fuck.